going on YouTube? I'm Ashley for those of you who are new, and today's video is going to be a get ready with me chit chat video. So if you're interested, keep watching. Okay, so today's video, I'm just going to, I'm getting ready to head out to like lunch, dinner with some friends of mine. So we are going down to the Cheesecake Factory, and they're going to be closing soon, so that's why we're deciding to go down there. I've never eaten there, but I have when I was in Chicago. I had stopped and I had tasted some of their cheesecake, and it was pretty good. It was a little sweet for me, but I'm excited about going. So I'm going to be using this. The first primer is the Elf Jelly Pop Primer. I'm going to use two primers, and we're going to start off with this one. And I've already used my moisturizer that I like to use. So yeah, I have had a crazy week this week, boy. A lot of stuff has really popped off in between like the end of last week and this week. So it's been crazy. But what I am coming to realize is that it's okay to cut certain people off. It's okay to like not let people in your energy. There's nothing wrong with cutting off relationships that no longer serve you. And I am slowly realizing that, and man, it's been quite the journey. I'm going to use this for my second primer, and this is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. Now, I used to be the type of person that would care, about how other people may feel. And I'm slowly growing out of that. I'm starting to really not care. Not saying that I don't care about other people, but just I'm putting myself first, my feelings first, and how I feel about things. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. So, and when I say relationships that are no longer serving you, I mean, I don't care who it is. It could be a loving relationship that you're in, family relationship that you're in, friendships. It doesn't matter. If it's not serving you, let that go. And when I mean like not serving you, I mean like people that's around you. I'm gonna group it off and I'm gonna just talk about it. Okay, so let's start off with the easiest kind of relationships to cut off, which is, and this is just my opinion of friendships. Now, my friendship circle is super small, and when I am friends with people, I call them and consider them like almost like family. Like I can go to them and talk to them about anything. I don't feel judged when I come to them and talk about what's going on in my life. I try to surround myself with positive individuals who I could take from, not like selfishly, but just like people that's positive that I could, you know, not only take from but can reciprocate that kind of positivity, right? So I try, and you guys, for my eyebrows, I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. This little trick that I use. I use Gotta Be Glued. Okay, to slick my eyebrows. My eyebrows are like a curly. They will get out of control on me. Like when I fill them in, so I have to use a little bit of that to slick them down. It's almost like that soap brow look. So I'm gonna end for my eyebrows. I'm gonna be using this Revolution pencil here that I've used before. So I try to surround myself with people who are positive that I can reciprocate that to. And I don't like to be around people who gossip and talk about people. I just feel like that is so low. Like I love a little gossip, like celebrity gossip. Not real life gossip, like people that I know and people, I don't care enough to know their personal business. I don't, because I have issues of my own that I'm trying to deal with. So when I see people gossiping about other people, I literally run away from that conversation because I don't get off on that. Like I hate that. I wouldn't want nobody, talking about me. So I'm not gonna sit and talk about nobody else. But even though I know that that's what people are gonna do, they're gonna talk about you while you're living. They're gonna talk about you when you die. So we can't do anything about that. But I'll try to limit myself to that type of behavior. I'm grown. I'm not about to do that. So that's a red flag for me. When you see a group of women gossiping about other people, especially when they're inside your circle, no, it's a no for me. So, another thing, if you have a friend that if you find yourself giving more than you are taking, like if a person call you up like, oh, can I borrow such and such, and you willingly give it to them with no problem, no questions asked, but you can't turn around and call that same person, do the same thing, cut it off. Cut it off. No. No. So I'm just gonna fill my brows in. No. Yeah, and that pretty much sums it up for the friendship aspect. And this is just like I said, my personal opinion. I don't want to be around people who's gossiping. I don't want to be around people who are negative. I don't want to be around people that I can't depend on. But I know that you can depend on me. So, family. Boy. Okay, so yeah, family is a little bit different. Because, people think that because you are related by blood, you can't cut these people off. Because, sometimes blood don't mean nothing. It don't. It really don't. I just truly believe it's all in how people treat you. And if you've been wronged, cut it off. Especially if it was over and over again and you just kept forgiving and giving and forgiving. No. Family or no family. Nah. Some people sit up and talk about their family like dogs. And they, still be right there trying to support them. I'm not. I'm not doing it. When I'm done with people, I don't say nothing bad about you. I don't speak to you and I don't say nothing bad about you. I I'm done. I don't sit up and talk about you. I don't do none of that. I don't think about you. I'm done. So I don't know. That's just something in me, and I used to think that it was something wrong with that, but nah. I just feel like, if it's no longer serving, and that's basically all. I mean, not that I had those, type of issues, but I'm just, you know, just saying, if something is not helping you build you up, then let it go. Which brings me to relationships. Now, it's hard to let these ones go too. But it's the same thing. It is a give and all. I feel like all relationships are give and take, right? And if you have just one person just doing a little bit more or doing way more than the other person, then what? Why? What's the purpose? What's the point? I don't see the point. I'm just not. I'm just not here for it. Like, if you can't meet me at a certain point, then what are we really doing? Huh. Yeah, I don't want my eyebrows to get too big, so I'm gonna stop right there with them. Um, yeah, and it's hard to cut off, especially if you've been with somebody. Don't let that history of being with somebody turn you into a fool. Okay? Don't let that history that you done built up with somebody turn you into a dang gone fool. I don't care if you've been with this person for 2 years, 20 years. If a person is not giving you what you need, and I'm not just talking about financially, I'm talking about mentally. If they're not motivating you to do better, if they're not adding anything to your life, cut it off. Cut it all the way off. Because one thing's for sure and two things for certain, it's going to be somebody else that's willing to do what this person. I hear people say that a lot. Oh, but the one won't do the other one. It's true. It's very true. We just, that history that you have built with somebody will stop you from going out to meet other people. It will. So yeah, don't do that to yourself. If you know that you deserve more and a person ain't giving you what you feel like you deserve, cut it off. What for? Mm-mm. No, because it all comes down to what type of respect you have for yourself, what kind of standards you have for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with having standards at all. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with waiting. There's nothing wrong with not settling. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care if you feel like you're gonna be single for the rest of your life. Do not settle. I know I'm not. I'm not. And as hard as it is, for me, being that I have five. And speaking of that, why is it that when you, because I have 5 children, I don't know why this is when you tell me that you have 5 children or X amount of kids. I don't know. It seems like to me they get this picture in their mind. They're picturing like they're thinking Section 8, you know, sheets up to the windows type situation, and I don't get that. I don't get why men have that misconception. Some, I'm not gonna say all, but some have that misconception of women with a lot of kids are living in the ghetto, living in the in the projects, and there's nothing wrong with that. Get it how you live. As long as to me, as long as you have somewhere to stay, as long as you're able to provide for your children that you've created, really take care of them. It don't matter how many kids you got. I don't care how many kids you got. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do as a mother, it doesn't matter. And men will see that too. But it is just so funny to me. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. But they do. And I don't take offense to that. That just lets me know, where your state of mind is, and you don't need to be around me. I don't need that type of mess going on. So, yeah. I just can't. It's just hilarious, man. Like, true enough, I live in the ghetto, but my house is nice. I've worked really hard over the years to make it nice and how I want it to be, and it's comfortable for me and my children. So all that, it don't matter to me what somebody's misconception is about me and my 5 children. I don't care. Because if a person was really supposed to be in your life, they can accept that and who you are and what you bring to the table, period. But, yeah. I mean, I've met a couple people that's been really nice, but like I've said before, I'm not trying to lock it down with nobody. Nuh-uh. I just want to be free and be at peace and continue, to have my peace around here. I don't want to be involved and tied down. I just don't. I feel like I have so many other things to be doing, with my life than to be worried about a man. And some of them understand and some of them don't, but it is what it is. Like, some people just don't deserve access to your life. They just don't. They don't deserve access to you. And they don't. I'm looking later. I'm going to go ahead and color correct today. Because I want to look beat. So we're going to fix these little areas up. And my skin is doing better. I've been able to cut out the breakouts. Now we're just treating the scars that's left. Which is going to be fairly easy because I've got some good products that's going to peel it. But yeah, we're just going to color correct just a little bit. But I am just really super excited about life again. I'm just passionate about what it is I'm supposed to be doing with my life here. And I'm just having an amazing time. I really am. This orange corrector and just kind of going around getting. And I'm kind of in a rush, just a little bit, because we are leaving early. The place that we are going is the Cheesecake Factory, like I said, and it's all the way down like Novi. So we gotta leave early. We had to have a reservation because it is Saturday, and then it's Saturday, and then COVID, so they're only allowing a certain amount of people in. So I don't know. I'm just looking forward to laughing and enjoying a good time with my girlfriend. So yeah. All right. So we're gonna let that sit and set for a second. I feel like every time I do this, I end up like spreading around almost my whole dang on face, and that is what I hate. That is what I hate so much. Okay, guys. So today's look, I'm gonna be using the Juvia's Place, the chocolates palette. I love this palette so much. It's so pretty. It's so rich. It's so everything. So I'm just gonna be taking this first shade. The first shade is the transitional. I can't talk today, y'all. Today's first shade is gonna be this brown shade here in this corner. Tap off that excess. And that one doesn't come with a mirror, so I'm gonna have to borrow this mirror from this other palette. And I'm just gonna buff that in. I just want like a brown eye. Kind of like a vampy look. Okay, so I'm gonna take this smaller brush, and for my crease, I'm going to use this dark color right under this here, what I use for my transition. I'm just gonna put that in my crease. Taking a smaller brush. And I'm just kind of focusing that right there in the crease. Yeah. So, you know what else I've been noticing? I have really been working on raising my vibration. And since I've done that, it's been attracting more people. And these aren't, I'm not even looking for nobody, but it's just weird how when you raise your vibration, people just come out the woodwork. I'm just gonna blend that in as best I can in that crease there. I like this side better. This is my stronger side. I don't know why. Okay, so now I'm gonna take that same brush and just kind of blend that color in a little bit better. I don't know if you guys noticed, I changed my nose ring, y'all. I did it myself. I was so scared. I was so scared. I was telling my friend when I really want to change my nose ring, but I don't know. So I went and went on a scavenger hunt. I think I'm gonna take this color here. This, ooh, it's really okay. And I'm sorry, this is dirty a little bit, but I'm gonna take this color here, and it's like a gold but not so gold color. I don't even know how to describe this color, y'all. I'm gonna put that on my lid. That was on the scavenger hunt. I basically, in a nutshell, I was going up to the place where I got my nose pierced to have him change the earring out because I was scared to do it. Went up there, he didn't have the earring that I wanted. So I kind of went around until I found one. So I went to the beauty supply store. They sold them, but it wasn't the right size. So I ended up driving all the way to the mall to find what he was talking about, which was an 18 gauge. When I got back to his shop, he was closed. So I'm like really frustrated at this point. Like I done drove around town looking this, that. So I got home, got in front of my mirror, started playing with the piercing. I thought it had been stuck for months. Like mind you, I got this piercing done in the summertime. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't hurt anymore. It's not infected or anything like that. I think it's healed, but I really wasn't sure because I've had a hard time like with piercings that heal themselves. So this is my third time getting it pierced. I never made it to the point where it's healed and I could change out the earring. So anyway, so I'm poking around with it. I finally get the the starter earring that I had in there out. Popped out, no problem. I'm like, okay, it's out. What am I gonna do now? So I took the earring, the one that I bought from the mall, and I went under and just put it in, and it went in no problem. So I got to look at it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of thick. I really want a smaller hoop. So I took the one that I got from the beauty supply store, popped it in, but I really want the earring to fit like to my nose, like to the corner. So I'm thinking I need something smaller, but I'm not sure. But I like it so far. I haven't had any issues with it coming out or moving around, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my foundation. In today's foundation, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty, and I am in the shade 430, and this is the Pro Filter one, the first one that came out. I really, really, really love this foundation. I really do, and it's a little dark, but and it oxidizes too. This is why I'm saying it's a little dark, because I know y'all be looking like, ain't that dark. But once it oxidizes, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I really love this foundation. This really gives you that flawless look, y'all. I wanted to try that new one. I don't even know what it's called, but I wanted to try that one too. Ulta. I shop at Ulta. I only shop at Sephora, like for certain stuff that I know that I can't get at Ulta. Like this here, they don't sell this at Ulta. It's only available at Sephora. So, and I love Ulta. Like nobody compares to their point system. Their perks is like beyond awesome. And today's concealer, I'm going to use the Milani, and this is 170 Warm Almond. Excuse me. Let me get my mirror so I can see. So I'm going to set that, and I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution banana powder. I'm out of my favorite powder, which is the Wet n Wild, but this is like the next best thing to that. I don't want to use a whole lot because this tends to be hard to get off sometimes. So for contour, I'm going to use my Superstay, and this is in the color Espresso. I'm gonna put a little bit here, and some under here. So now I'm going to bronze, and I'm going to use this True Complexion contour palette. I gotta find a new bronzer. That's my next thing. I can't seem to find none that's decent at Ulta. That's at a good, decent price range. If you guys have any recommendations, please put them down below in the comment section. Because I've been searching high and low at Ulta, and I just can't see. I might need to go to Sephora to find one, or online. I like my bronzers to be warm. I've heard that they have some at I forgot. I think it's the Mineral Smooth from Ulta. I mean not Ulta, from Sephora. I've been hearing that one is pretty good. It's one that Milani makes that I don't know if they sell it anymore, but a few YouTubers were talking about it. But I definitely want a new bronzer. So for my lip today, I'm going to be using this combination. Let me see, the NYX liner, and this is in Urban Cafe. And for the lip shade, I'm going to use Covet by Milani. Alrighty guys, so this is my final look. I went ahead and put on my eyelashes. These eyelashes are a new pair of eyelashes that I am trying out, and these are the Salon Perfect Lash DNA. And these ones are recommended for almond eyes, and it opens almond eyes and it enhances hooded eyes, which is what I have. So they come in this type of box if you guys are interested. That is pretty much it. I'm going to straighten, well, I'm going to work with this hair a little bit more, and I'm going to get my clothes on and get ready to go. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys.